Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So we just got done with our live stream with Sheila, and that was a lot of fun. And then Dave and I will probably do some recordings tomorrow night. But when we were doing our readings with Medium Sheila, we kind of touched on something that I wasn't expecting to going down a path I wasn't expecting to go down. And there was a question that was asked, regarding 2026, the July 4th, 2026, will America have something to celebrate? And I got some cards that were kind of intriguing. And then just prior to that, I was throwing cards. And the question was, what will happen? Will Trump get impeached, or will he have his health event first? And the cards, once again, you could have read them to be impeached. You could have read them to be a health event. But there was also a potential of it could be election interference finally comes to light. And quite frankly, analytical Gary is kind of like sort of put the whole election, stealing of the election, and kind of put it in a box over here. It's just... I just like to think that if there was evidence out there that the election was stolen, by now somebody somewhere would have shared it, whether it's through anonymous or some other source. And it's just, there's nothing happening, and so I've just kind of put it in a box. But after these 3 readings that we've done, it's just like, okay, well, I'm not right about everything. So let's take a look. Excuse me, for entertainment purposes only. Is the evidence of election interference and that the election was stolen, is that going to come forward? And if so, what's going to happen? So let's, for entertainment purposes only, let's see. Are we going to see evidence that the election was convincing evidence, compelling evidence that the election was stolen, actionable evidence, enough evidence where even Congress will need to take action, or if you're a Python fan, even the police had to sit up and take notice, right? Dinsdale. Okay, so foundation of the reading of the Page of Pentacles, and this was one of the cards, that something new, some information that was new has come forth. The challenge is the Page of Swords. Trump just taking actions and fighting everything, or the being completely creative on how he won the election. Underneath, oh my God. Okay, underneath this Devil card, actions, Republicans chaining themselves to Trump, or Trump and Musk chaining themselves to an action to steal the election. All right, so far so good, if you believe the election was stolen. In the past, the Hermit trying to find the evidence, trying to find out how it was done. Current energy, this is one of the cards that I had pulled up, the Queen of Pentacles. It was my main clarifier on this, is that, the current energy is, the Queen of Pentacles, it's a nurturing card. It's taking care of something. It could be taking care of your money. It could be taking care of your health. In this case, it could also be taking care of the Constitution and what's the best interest of the United States. Overarching energy is the Nine of Pentacles. This was my Kamala Harris card all through the election. The overarching energy, if the cards keep going, and if the election was stolen, she is the one that should be in the Oval Office. And we need to take the steps to make it right. The lesson to be learned is the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes you need to sit back and observe. And you need to investigate. Don't go charging forth with accusations until you have proof. Outcome. Interesting. The Ten of Pentacles, it's the legacy card. We've been reading this as Trump's legacy, for the last 100 days of his reign as king. But it's also the legacy. It could be the legacy of the United States. It could be Trump's legacy. It could be Kamala Harris's legacy. It's about legacy. It's about how history will view this action or this person. Okay, so it's possible. All right, so I'm not going to say it's probable. It might be probable. Is it possible? It's very possible. Is it likely? Well, let's find that out. Right? Will there be actions taken because the election was stolen? That Kamala Harris was elected. Evidence was produced. Will positive actions be taken as a result of this? Now, in the readings we did with Medium Sheila, the timing would have been 2026, sometime in 2026. Probably mid-year or later. Okay. So, will positive actions be taken to correct stolen election? Okay, foundation of the reading is the Emperor. That's our Trump as presidents or kings card. The challenge is the Queen of Cups. It could be that when Trump's accused, he's going to have a tough time keeping his emotions in check. I'm going to delve a little further into our previous readings with Medium Sheila. If you didn't see the live stream, go to Medium Sheila's channel and check it out. Because this kind of ties in what we were getting with this is what Dave was saying is, if Congress investigates Trump for stealing the election, that could trigger the whole health event. And underneath it is, so you got the foundation of the reading is are actions going to be taken to correct this if there was election, if they stole the election. You got the foundation is Trump being the emperor, trying to keep his emotions in check. And then underneath you got that Six of Cups, which is the, going back in time. This, you could look at this as the nostalgia card. You could also look at this that his mind is starting to really go, and he's starting to have the mind of a child. Because Dave was kind of going down the path of 25th Amendment was going to take him out, and the 25th Amendment could be related to stealing the election. In the past, you've got the Nine of Swords, the anxiety of this investigation or this information that's come out. Oops. Current energy is the sun. Everyone can see it. It's out there for all to see. There's no denying it. It's not the moon card anymore. It's the sun card. We can all see it. Hi, kitten. Hello. Overarching energy is the King of Cups. It's just the King of Cups is mastering your emotions and not having an emotional reaction. Hello. We've got a kitten. I guess you're hungry. Let me stand by. I got to feed this kitty cat here. Okay, take care, kitten. Okay, we're back. Cats are fed. One is eating, the other is grooming. Because it's funny, the cat that was bugging me how hungry she was is the one that's decided she doesn't like the food I give her. Isn't that? If you're a cat owner, you know how that works. So overarching was the King of Cups, mastering your emotions. This could be the congressional leaders or the courts seeing what's happening, and it's just like, okay, this isn't what I wanted, but we have to be the adults in the room. The lesson to be learned, the victory card, the Six of Wands, maybe it wasn't the victory that was touted. Who we thought won wasn't really who won. And there it is again. The outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So starting, basically taking a new look at this, looking at our elections and valuing those elections and the election results. Um, okay, uh, it's entirely possible. Um, I'm a bit jaded, so maybe I'll just believe it when I'll see it. Right? All right, let's just go for the gusto here. Will Trump be removed and Kamala Harris be reinstated as president, or be put into office as president of the United States? I mean, clearly this would be unprecedented. We have never ever been down this path before, and you know, if there's MAGA people watching this, they're just thinking I'm a Looney Tune, and maybe I am. I don't know. But we're going to just take a look. We'll ask the question. Will Trump be removed from office and Kamala Harris be put into office? For entertainment purposes only. What do I know? I'm an old white guy throwing cards, right? All right. But I do know how tariffs work. So if that counts for anything. Okay. So will Trump be removed and Kamala Harris be put in office? Trump is not going to want to go. This is my office. Gold, 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 mine, mine, mine. Let's go. The challenge is the strength. This could be the strength of the evidence against him. This could be he's losing his strength. He doesn't have the strength. He's not in a strong position. Underneath it, Ten of Swords. This is coming to an end. It could be his presidency, it could be his health, it could be the election, the hiding of the election interference evidence. It's a Ten of Swords that's coming to an end. There you go. In the past, you got the Nine of Swords again. You know, that anxiety, staying up at night because this thing is weighing so heavily on you. He doesn't want to leave. He's not in a position of strength. He knows this is going to bring his rule to an end, and it's keeping him up at night. Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. You know, people maybe it could be reaping what you sow. If you stole the election, you're going to face the consequences of it. It could be, you know, the investigators are really taking a look at the information and the items of interest and coming to their conclusions on what actually happened. The star, overarching energy, is the star, the best of democracy. That was my card for for Tim Walz. The lesson to be learned is the Three of Wands. This is the card David pulled on it, which was, you know, information or things coming from overseas that, you know, or waiting for your ship to come in, things of value coming in. You just have to be patient. And the outcome, the Nine of Wands, just tired of the battles. This came up on one of my readings too with Medium Sheila. That Nine of Wands. To me, this was kind of like the courts system. This was a relation to taking away his presidential immunity. The courts were tired of the battles, and the kind of the thought was they will take the immunity. I couldn't tell you the timing of it, but presidential immunity was either going to be removed or seriously curtailed. So in this case, is Trump going to be removed and Kamala Harris going to be put into place? There's going to be some battles about it, but what I'm seeing is that this is coming to an end, and Trump's not in a position of strength, and that democracy is what's going to be valued. So I'm giving that a pretty good chance. Now, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. I could be way off base. Lord knows I'm not right on everything here, but that's what I'm seeing. So there you go. And what we were seeing on our readings was things seem to be getting better after 2026. Let's do one more thing. Will MAGA's influence, this is kind of another way to back into into the result. Will MAGA's influence wane or start to significantly go away in 2026? Now we're talking November, right? Will MAGA's influence on the political parties, will that significantly go away in 2026? Foundation of the reading, Queen of Pentacles, taking care of the Constitution, taking care of things of value. Let's just do a little four-quarter on this. The main clarifier, the Nine of Pentacles. Then once again, my Kamala Harris card. Let's keep going. Let's just see where this is going. You've got the emotionally walking away. What this could be is MAGA's finally been given information that they can sit and look at, take some time to look at, that the oligarchs or the wealthy people were basically calling the shots and telling them what to think. This could be like Fox News, information coming from Fox News. Rich people benefiting from it. This could also be Kamala Harris. They're realizing that Kamala Harris is really the winner. But we'll just keep going. You got the Eight of Cups. This is walking away emotionally. And we're talking about is the influence of MAGA over the politicians going away. Six of Swords. Taking your things and going to calmer shores. This is, we need to leave this. And then underneath it, sorrow. We've been lied to. We've been misled. And there's emotionally, I'm seeing that MAGA's influence is definitely waning from these cards. 2026. The MAGA political influence is going away. Current energy, this could all change. But that's what I'm seeing in these cards. So thank you for watching. We'll see if it happens. If it happens, I'll be chuffed, sticking all my chest out and proud as a peacock. And if it doesn't happen, well, clearly the energy changed, right? So thank you so much for watching these videos. If you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. I read them all and respond to many. And unlike the other bargain basement Twin Tarot channels that actually have my brother on them, we give shout outs and call outs. So just a couple today. Kim Fenner, just give a shout out to Kim. And your card, ooh, you've got the Ten of Swords. They can't hurt you anymore, Kim. It's all, whatever's causing you problems, it's coming to an end. And then we got Dawn Turner, who says she's been watching us since day one. So thanks, Dawn. I appreciate that. And your card is the Four of Cups. Yeah, you might not have liked what you saw initially, but hopefully it's getting better for you. And then I'm just going to do a couple shout outs just for people who have recently left comments on our last video. Okay, so I might not know some of these people. Okay, let's do this one here. Oh, Darlene Fountain. Hi, Darlene. I haven't seen you in the comments in a while. So, Darlene, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And a nice thumbnail of the kitties. So you got the Two of Cups, building those relationships. I've totally recognized Darlene. Let's see. Who's the last person is PJ Cranberry, who's only left 2 comments on the channel. So, hey, PJ Cranberry. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Give you a card. You got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just looking at all of your opportunities and taking advantage of the ones that you want to take advantage of. And then I'm going to wrap it up with Vilma Rowe, who is a top commenter. Oh, hi, Vilma. Nice to see you. And we're going to give you the King of Cups because you are emotionally mature. Either that or you were the overarching energy. So, okay, Vilma, let me know what you know about this whole stealing of the election, right? Anyways, have a great night, folks. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.